Working with specify on-screen prompts. When I go to insert a block, normally speaking, we like to specify the insertion point on the screen and the scale on the screen and the rotation. And I'm not going to explode it, but those three things are common. That gives us the full ability to manipulate this object. So I can come down here and say, okay, now when I pick the insertion, I'm picking it on the screen. Now when I set the scale factor, I can set the scale factor saying to be 1.5 versus 1. But for right now, I'm just going to go with 1. Okay? And I'm going to set the rotation angle to be 0. Okay, so I set it in with the defaults. Now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to come in and I'm going to pick it on the screen, but this time I'm going to do a 2 as my scale factor. My rotation angle is 0. And you see that now it's twice as big. And now I can do an insert, and I'm going to say okay. I'm going to go and pick my insertion point, and I want to do a 1.5, and I want to set my rotation angle at 22.5, and you can see now I have it at 150% times the normal size, and it's rotated. We also go down and when I say OK, on the command line, notice I have B for base point. I'm right now grabbing it by the lower left hand corner. If I hit B and then hit enter, it says specify base point. Now I can change. Let's say I want to go and pick it on the right hand side. So I grab it here. Now I can come up and specify my rotation, and I can actually pin it right down to here, and I can say I want a scale factor of 1 and a rotation of 0. So I can change my base point if I need it. So it's basically a good idea to draw things as a 2D unit block of a scale of 1 to 1. Then we can multiply things on our X and Y scales. And so therefore we can make a window, a 1 inch by 1 inch, and then if we want a 6-inch wall, we can say it's 6 in the Y, or 4 inch in the if it's a 4-inch wall. If we want a 36-inch wide window, we can say it's 36 in the X. If we want a 28-inch wide window, we can say it's 28. It gives us a lot more flexibility. Otherwise, we have to build a library with each and every scenario of all the windows of the various widths in 4-inch and all the windows in various widths in the 6-inch. And we end up with a lot of blocks to manage that way. So that's how we work with specifying on-screen prompts.